And to Shaquana Jefferson or anyone else that has the opinion that I'm a dick rider, I'll do you one better. Let me switch positions for you, throw it back like the champ that I am, and really show you what I can do with this channel. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this video. Now in today's video, I miss you guys. Like, honestly, I truly miss you guys. I needed this time to really focus on myself because I could definitely see myself heading in a place that I didn't want to be in again. So I needed to log off, take time to myself, and minimize as much social media as I could, but also stay connected to you guys in a way as well. Now, while I was gone, apparently a lot of people had opinions about me and this whole slanderous cancel Charlie Gold campaign started by specifically two people. My goal in sitting here today is to go over what I have chosen to learn over the last week and a half. My perspective has changed a lot. It's gone back and forth. I've gone up and down in emotions, but I believe there's a lot to learn for myself, for Shaquana Jefferson, and for the community. I believe it's a conversation we never thought we'd have in this community because race has never played any part that I can see in this community here, but there's still a lot we can learn from it, and I feel like there's a healthier way to have a conversation about this. But most of all, I would like to move on from this because this doesn't change what we are choosing to do with this community, what conversations we're choosing to have. I don't believe this isolated incident should change that. So for those who don't know, about a week to a week and a half ago, Shaquana Jefferson, which is the name of her channel, I believe her real name is Shannon, so if I go back and forth with saying Shaquana or Shannon, they're the same person. So Shaquana Jefferson went on to her channel and posted an unpopular opinion video, which she has every right to do. So for 18 minutes, really it was just a video of bitterness, envy, lies, and contradictions, where she talked about the community as a whole, but really honed in on me personally and her distaste for me. And it confused me because in the beginning of the video, I would have sworn she said she had been watching me for a couple of months. But then when she went deep into the video, she started saying all these things that weren't true, and I was confused. For a little bit, I was like a little mind because I was confused because when Shaquana speaks, she speaks with so much passion, and that's something we have in common. She speaks with so much passion that she can almost have you questioning yourself. And for a second, I was just like, what? When did I say that? When did I do that? And then it made a bit more sense when I read through her comments and she actually mentioned she only watches a few minutes of my videos because they're boring. So, okay, that made sense. I did watch the video twice because I couldn't understand where she was coming from because I was biased in the situation, because for the most part, she was mostly attacking me. So I only took in, for the most part, what I wanted to take in. So I had to watch it again to really take the bitterness, jealousy, envy, lies, contradictions, put that all aside and try to see what message did she really want to send in this video. And only she can answer that, but I could also choose what message I take from the video as well. For the first few days, I was truly upset. So when this video was first released and brought to the attention of everyone in the community, a lot of people were under the impression that the issue was with the video in itself. And granted, the video did have a lot of problems, contradictions, and things like that, but I know my character, I believe my supporters know my character, and the characters of the other content creators that she was discussing. So that wasn't really that big of an issue. My issue personally came when I saw the comment where she replied to one of her supporters, where she brought race into the conversation, focusing on who follows me, who supports me, calling me a token black woman, and then decided to focus on my skin and calling it dark as shit, where she later then corrected and said I meant dark as hell, as if that made it better. My issue with this whole thing was commenting on things I can't change. That's where I felt the line was crossed. To speak on my skin or calling it dark as shit, that's colorist. if you really want to be specific, it's colorist. Is it racist to call me the token black woman and call my skin dark as shit? I don't know. I can't for sure call this woman a racist, but did it have a lot of racial undertones? Absolutely. I don't know her personally. I believe Shaquana has mentioned in the past that she has friends from all shapes and sizes, all colors. She has black friends. I believe she's been in relationships with black people as well. But with that, what I would do is urge her to have these conversations, maybe have a better understanding of terms, opinions that you may have that won't come off as hateful. Because no matter the size, Shaquana Jefferson has a platform. And that day, because of her actions, because of her hitting post, she came off as racist, colorist, and prejudiced to melanin-rich black people like myself. So what she considers dark as shit, I consider melanin-rich. But then that's my opinion. I'm not going to refer to myself that way. She may consider me not being something special. That's fine. I've never sat here and pretended I'm better than anyone. I've actually said it multiple times. I'm not even better than Amberlynn. I've said many times to be better than Amberlynn and I, because I want people to understand I'm no better than her. I'm making better decisions than her. I'm not even better than Shaquana Jefferson herself. I've made mistakes as well in life. Has I been on a public platform like this? No. She's an idiot for that. But does it make it any less impactful on the person I may have hurt? Absolutely not. For me, there were so many lessons in this past week and a half that I chose to learn. But when I took the time out to rewatch the video and not be so personally hurt by the fact that it was singling me out and attacking me, I realized her main issue was the fact that she saw the amount of support that I was getting, and the support was then overflowing into her page or into her channel, where people were discussing me, where people were talking about me in a very positive light. And even though Shaquana Jefferson is, for the most part, in my opinion, seemingly like a negative person, she does have quite a bit of support. So when I took the time to not be as biased and take the video personal, I rewatched the video. I put everything aside to see or try to understand what was the intent of the video. What was the reason behind this? And it really came down to the fact that Shaquana was just hurt. Her feelings were hurt. She was bitter because I came into this community a couple of months ago. And for whatever reason, everyone has a different reason. And sometimes I don't understand it. For whatever reason, a lot of people were supportive of me. A lot of people wanted to hear more about me, wanted to hear more of my opinions. That's not something I could have predicted, because I say this a lot and a lot of people say don't say it, but it's truly how I feel. I'm basic, but I enjoy being basic. The reason I enjoy my channel is because I don't have to be fake when I turn on the camera. I can be, slick. I can be the way that I am, but this is just me. You're never gonna see me be like, hi guys, yes, it's gonna be a beautiful day. We're gonna go take this day by store. That's not necessarily me. Not saying I'm a miserable person, but that's not necessarily my energy. And I've watched YouTube for years, and I saw people with high energy, great personalities, and I've always noticed those are the people who thrive. And that was an insecurity I had as well when I first decided to give my opinions. It's like, I know I'm basic, I know I'm boring, I don't think people will really want to hear my message the way I'm saying it, because this is just me. But it turns out that people appreciated the fact that I wasn't overzealous, I wasn't over the top. And I appreciate that. I never thought for a moment people would appreciate that or really resonate with that. So that's out of my control. Am I grateful for it? Yes. Is it something to be bitter about? No. And she mentioned in the second video and some in the first video as well, after ranting for 18 minutes, she mentioned she had nothing personal against me. Literally, the 18-minute video was mostly about me. I don't know if she actually listens or watches her videos before posting them, but I also believe that partially to be true, because she said that in the second video, that the reason she approached this the way that she did is because she was tired of people saying that I was better than her. There's always going to be someone out there thinking someone else is better than you. And I had to sit back and think about it. If I was doing what I'm doing now for 5 years, And I was actually putting effort in. That's important to know, because she forgot that part. And I was actually putting effort in. Would I be bitter if someone came along and just got 2 million subscribers? I'd probably be a little envious. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably be a little envious, like, damn, like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Or maybe I'd see what they're doing that I'm not doing and still be a little bitter. But would I take it to the extent that she did? I would be low-key with it. I'm not gonna sit there. I'm gonna watch them. If they're truly entertaining to me, I'd watch them. If I don't feel they're entertaining, I wouldn't, which she has the choice to do. But am I gonna sit there and make a 18-minute video ranting about them, then go and attack their race and skin color? I wouldn't do that. I feel like that crossed the line, and that showed the amount of dislike you have for the success or support of that person. And I think that's what she's missing. She showed her ass, not only in that video, but in that comment. She won't see what people are saying and the concerns that people have. She's so focused on defending herself and saying she's not a racist, she's not a color, she's not prejudiced, instead of focusing on the fact that this can be argued. The fact that it can be argued that you're a racist, a colorist, and prejudiced is the bigger problem. There are many people on this platform where it can't be even an argument that those terms or those accusations can be in the same sentence as they are. The fact that they can be in the same sentence as you, it can be argued, is the bigger issue. There's things that she needs to change. And this just shows when you're coming from a place of hurt, when you're coming from a place of hate, this is what can happen. All it was is she could have simply said, listen, my feelings are hurt. You guys keep coming over to my channel, throwing this girl in my face, throwing the support of this girl in my face, and she's not saying anything different. I lost weight too. She's losing weight. What's the big deal? I don't think she's a big deal. I'm not going to continue to watch her. She's not my cup of tea, but that's it. You guys are saying all these things that I'm not seeing, but it is what it is. I wish her luck. I'm going to keep doing my thing. She's going to keep doing her thing. My race shouldn't have been part of it. The skin tone shouldn't have been part of it. There's a lot of things that she didn't need to say, that the minute she started to open up her mouth, she lost her argument. I didn't have to say anything. To be honest with you, the time that I was taking to myself, I wanted to come back so quick to address this, but I knew it would have set me back even further from what I was working on. But I will say this, taking this break, even what happened with Shaquana, for me, was needed. A lot of people don't know the worst things that's ever been said to me, I've said to myself. So Shaquana, anybody out there can have their opinion, even the comment section, go off, give your opinion. But there's nothing in this world that I've heard worse than what I've said to myself. And for the first time, I got to sit back and look at someone completely degrade me on a public platform. So it's different through, I believe, a comment section. But when you couldn't put a face and a channel to the person who is talking down on you, who's really trying to get people to turn on you. That video was an 18-minute video trying to separate the community, but more important, separate people from supporting me. I believe that's where the lies came in. If she simply had said her dislike for me, that's one thing, but she started lying on me. So that's why I feel like some of the intent behind that video was to try to separate the support that I had and minimize it, but it turned and backfired on her. Being able to watch and listen and see the person behind those hateful words made me realize how ridiculous I've been to myself. Because I've said a lot of the same things. I've questioned if I've deserved this support. I've questioned if I've done anything for this community. I've done it publicly, and it's something that I've struggled with. But through the times of me saying that, I've only received support, saying you are doing something, you are inspiring us, and I love that. But I was still fighting myself with those feelings. So to see someone on a big platform like YouTube and have her agree and say, you know, you're nothing special, you didn't deserve your platform, you're not doing anything for this community, you're not bringing anything to the conversation, it actually had the opposite effect. I then realized, oh, you're being ridiculous. To hear someone else say it, it meant so much, because I'm like, oh, if she sounds ridiculous, then I've been being ridiculous to myself this whole time. So for me, that was a lesson I learned. Not only what some people are willing to do, when they're hurt, but I realized how ridiculous I've been for the past few weeks and how I've been questioning myself and how I've been doubting myself. So for that, at the very least, I appreciate when it comes to that video. There's nothing about that comment I appreciate. Not even in the slightest. When I realized I was accepted with open arms and supported in this community, something I never wanted to do is bring anything bad into this community, bring this community down, any hate, any scandals. I never wanted to do that. And with this, I felt like that's what I did. I did the one thing I never wanted to do when it came to this community. And I feel like I let a lot of people down, even though it wasn't really in my control. And it happened when I was taking time to myself. I felt horrible about it. And one of the things that I felt horrible about is when Callie from Life of a Free Spirit did her live stream. She showed so much raw emotion. And unfortunately, that turned into like race wars and people talking about different struggles and doing comparisons. I never want anyone to misunderstand my stance on this or anyone else's stance. We didn't bring race into this community. Shaquana Jefferson did, for whatever reason. And what you saw in Callie was a raw emotion of how she felt and the hurt she felt from that comment. And she wasn't the only one. The only difference is I didn't turn on my camera or I didn't go live. I was upset about the dark as shit comment the most because I have been judged on the complexion of my skin for majority of my life. So I was hurt. So where Callie showed raw emotion, believe it or not, there was a lot of different farm animals that I called Shaquana Jefferson. There was a lot of different things that her mother did not name her that I called Shaquana Jefferson to myself. I just didn't post it online. But for me, what Callie did was a raw representation of how a lot of us felt in that moment. And it's not just Black people who are upset about this. It's many different races that were upset about this because it didn't make sense and it was unwarranted and it crossed several lines. And it broke my heart to see hour after hour how much people were attacking Callie or people were attacking Michael or people were attacking other content creators who supported the fact that this was wrong. It's not that she can't have her opinion, but her opinion crossed the line. And her opinion hurt more than just me. I believe she wanted it to give her opinion, but I truly believe the intent behind it was to hurt me. But what she didn't realize or what she didn't expect was to hurt more than just me. She hurt a lot of her supporters, and she hurt a lot of her supporters who are not just Black. I will forever be grateful for the support that I've received while being away. I will forever be grateful for the content creators who risk their platforms to support me. Because even though Shaquana did label it unpopular opinion, not liking my way and my message is actually pretty popular. Like, I'm not going to ever think that everyone should like my delivery, everyone should like my content. But it's actually not that much of an unpopular opinion. It's just people express the opinion differently. So that aside, the support that has come from this has taught me so much. It truly has taught me the level of support that pours through this community. I will never forget. I am forever grateful to all of you who have privately reached out to me, who have made videos on your own platform, who have given your opinion about the whole situation in a respectful, honest way. Even the people who side with Shannon, they were able to give their opinion in a respectful way, most of them. This was never supposed to be that. It was never supposed to go left like this. This is not what this community is. And I never want this to occur again. So today, for me, it's me giving my thoughts, telling you what I learned from it, and moving on. I'm more than just a token Black woman. I'm more than a token Black woman whose skin is dark as shit. I'm a Haitian American woman who has a story to tell, who tells it in her own way, her own time, and just so happens to have the support of so many different people. So many different people from different walks of life that I never thought would be interested in someone as regular and basic as myself. I'm more than what this woman put out there or attempted to put out there about me. And to Shaquana Jefferson or anyone else that has the opinion that I'm a dick rider, I'll do you one better. Let me switch positions for you, throw it back like the champ that I am, and really show you what I can do with this channel. Because what you sought out to do that day is to really divide a lot of people, and you failed, and failed miserably. What you actually ended up doing is putting a battery in my back. For someone to be that upset, that triggered, that bothered by the growth and success of my channel means you see something I don't even see. Because my channel will continue to grow. I will continue to evolve. I will continue to do things and make sure I am a better person, whether the numbers grow or not. As I grow on my journey on YouTube and off of YouTube, I want my supporters to see the growth in me. I want them to see how I care. I want them to be better than I was, be better than who I am today. And that's something, Shaquana Jefferson, you will never understand. And to Haydur Nation, thank you. Thank you for your continued support through the months, through the weeks, even these last few days. You guys will never truly understand from me what it's meant to see the support, to see the videos, to see the content creators who put their channels at risk, to give their opinions and stand behind me. I will never forget this. I hope to put this behind all of us and move forward as a unit. This corner of YouTube, this community is a strong unit. A hater in this community is someone who stands 10 toes down and supports you even in your ugliest moments because they know you are better than what you were and what you've done. That's why people, I believe, have given me a chance, because I know I've made mistakes, but I also know I want to be better and I want to learn from every single mistake that I've done in the past and every single mistake I may make on this platform. So to you all, thank you. And to Shaquana, learn from this. I've learned from it, choose to learn from it as well. And for you all, be better today than you were yesterday and greater tomorrow than you will be today. Later, and I'm back.